In this video we will discuss about unit 2 polynomials. First we will start with introduction. In introduction we will discuss what is called as degree of a polynomial. We will discuss about the degree of the polynomial. Then we will discuss what is meant by a linear polynomial, quadratic, and also what is called as a cubic polynomial. After that we will discuss what is meant by a zero of a polynomial. Then in the next section we will be discussing about geometric meaning of the zero of a polynomial, and after this we will have our exercise 2.1 from the book. Then in section 2.3 we will discuss about the relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So after that we will have exercise 2.2. So this is just like the summary which is present in unit 2. Okay, so we will start our discussion. Okay, 2.1, that is introduction. So first we have to discuss how a polynomial is expressed. How a polynomial is expressed mathematically. So how do we express a polynomial? So we express a polynomial by p of x or say p of y. Okay, so what is the meaning of p of x? P of x is nothing but it is the polynomial in x. So a polynomial in x is expressed as p of x. A polynomial in y is expressed as p of y. So this is how we express a polynomial mathematically. So I can also have say p of a. This is nothing but a polynomial in a, or say I can have p of m. So this is nothing but a polynomial in m. So this is how we express a polynomial mathematically. Okay, so now let us look at some examples of a polynomial. So some examples. So for example, I want to write a polynomial in x. So how do I represent it? I represent it by p of x. So I want to write an example with p of x. So p of x is equal to, for example, say 4x plus 1. I can also have p of y is equal to say y cube minus 2y square plus 1. Okay, or I can have a polynomial p of u is equal to 2u square plus 3u minus 5. So these are some examples of a polynomial. So here we can see some terms. So here there are two terms. 4x is one term plus 1 is another term. In p of y, y cube is one term, minus 2y square is the other term, plus 1 is one more term. Here also we have 3 terms. Here we have 2, here we have 3, here also we have 3 terms. Okay. So now I am going to explain what are these terms. Okay. So in p of x we have p of x, p of y, p of u, or p of a, p of m, so on and so forth. So these things which is there inside the brackets are called as the variables. These are nothing but the variables. So what I mean is, this x, it is a variable, y is a variable, u is a variable. Okay, and we have these terms, 4 numbers like 4, minus 2, 2 plus 3. So these terms are sitting before the variable, no? So these terms are called as coefficients. These terms are called as coefficients. Okay, for example, if you take this equation, if we take this polynomial 4x plus 1, here x, this is the variable, x is the variable. Okay, and this 4, this is the coefficient. This 4 is the coefficient of what? Of this x. It is the coefficient of x. Okay, fine. So there is one more term, plus 1. There is one more term. We can see there is plus 1. Okay, so this plus 1, this is called as a constant term. This is called as a constant term. Okay, so in polynomials we have, what are the things we have? We have a variable, we have coefficients, we have coefficients of the variable, we have coefficients of the variable, and we have constant, we have constant terms also, we have constant term. So a polynomial is composed of three things. One is the variable, another is the coefficient, and the constant term. These three things compose a polynomial. First we have to understand this. A polynomial is composed of variables, coefficients and constants. Okay, so in 4x plus 1, x is the variable, 4 is the coefficient of x, plus 1 is the constant term. Okay, so similarly, if you take this, y is the variable, okay. So what is the coefficient of y cube? Here we have many coefficients. So 1 is the coefficient, 1 is the coefficient of y cube. It is the coefficient of y cube, Similarly, minus 2. So we have to take together. Minus 2. This is the coefficient of y square. Then what is the constant term? 1 plus 1 is the constant term. So I can write 1 or plus 1. That is the constant term. Okay. Similarly here in this polynomial we have 2 is the variable, u is the variable, and 2, that is the coefficient of u square, right? And 3, we have 3 here, 3, that is the coefficient of u, and which is the constant term? Minus 5 is the constant term. Minus 5 is our constant term. Constant term. So this is how we express a polynomial. A polynomial will have variable, coefficient and a constant term. Okay, fine.